Hi guys, KG here, and today I am doing a spoiler-free review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This was a birthday movie night for my brother, so we took him out, got some popcorn, and we had a blast. Oh my gosh, guys, this was such a fun movie. If you're remotely interested in the cinematic universe of Marvel, then you need to watch this film. 8 out of 10. I mean, like, there were a few cutscenes where I thought it was a bit cheesy and it could have been done better, but overall, it was such an adventure, edge of your seat stuff. Like, the entire movie, I was glued to the screen. My wife was like on the edge of her seat just watching, so intense. It was that good. Okay, no spoilers here. Let's talk about it. So this really is a difficult movie to actually review without spoiling anything. Look, the trailers did an amazing job at hiding the true plot line and the true antagonist of the movie. The trailers got us all pumped up, but unless you Googled the plot and you did some research on your own, you would never guess what's actually going on. Early in the movie, the plot twist was right there. It gave me goosebumps even, you know? I mean, like, it was like, oh, so this is what the movie is about. I get it now. I get it now. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So most of the time, in most movies, the main bad guys reveal themselves maybe towards the middle of the movie or towards the climax. But here, we were all going from one direction to boom, we went another direction. Yes, that's right. Boom. And from there, I was hooked. I mean, the early plot twist right there, it's just so good. So if you did your research, you probably spoiled it for yourself. But like I said, I'm not going to say much about it, but early on, really good. So in a nutshell, the movie simply revolves around a new character that they introduce, America Chavez, who possesses a unique power of being able to jump through different universes, or the multiverse as they call it. She can jump across the multiverse, and there are evil entities who want those powers for their own. So Doctor Strange, of course, has to protect her. In turn, he has to also protect the multiverse. So yeah, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they started off with time travel, then alternate realities, and now you've got the multiverse. Damn, I'm telling you, that is a money-making plot mill right there. There is just no end to contents when you can just go back and forth, up and down, and inside out with all these franchises. Just absolutely amazing. So the movie takes you on an adventure across multiple universes and multiple versions of characters. Doctor Strange, of course, has multiple characters, as you saw in the trailer. The movie goes from like holding your ground to chasing the bad guys, then to running away from the bad guys, then to chase them again. I'm telling you, the movie was so exhausting in a good way. And of course, cameos from other MCU titles were just an absolute treat for the fans. So yeah, it was so amazing, but I did have one of the biggest problems I had with this movie was the amount of content you already need to have watched to fully appreciate this movie. I mean, like, if you haven't watched any of the things that I'm about to talk about now, the wow factor can be missed and you might not appreciate the movie fully. Like, for example, one of the key arc stories here is Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. She's one of the key characters here. But if you haven't watched WandaVision from the television series, then you would not fully appreciate her struggle, her story, and her involvement. You know, you need to watch that series to fully appreciate her character and her drive here in Doctor Strange. Other series and movies you need to watch, okay, includes the Avengers trilogy, obviously, Tom Holland Spider-Man, the first X-Men movies, What If, the animated series, Agent Carter, the TV series, and Inhumans, the TV series. Yeah, that's a lot of content to watch, and if you miss any of those, like I said, you wouldn't really appreciate the movie as much. Thankfully, me and my brother and my wife are all caught up with this, so we were just fangirling on our seats, like, oh my gosh, that's him, oh my gosh, that's her, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. The cameo appearances, just absolutely amazing. You really see director Sam Raimi's signature all over the movie. I mean, like, for those of you who don't know, Raimi has directed the original Spider-Man trilogy, the one from 2002 to 2007 starring Tobey Maguire, but most importantly, this guy has directed the Evil Dead franchise, okay, starting all the way back from 1981. So this guy does horror films, and you can see his signature and style all over the movie, which is, wow, a great touch. creatures grotesquely popping out in dark areas, thrilling chase scenes, even jump scares out of nowhere, the music, the sound effect. I mean, like, you will see, don't be confused. It is not a horror film, but you will really notice the creative direction that Sam Raimi is known for. I did feel like there were some cheesy parts in the movie, like how the backstory of America Chavez was told, along with, let's say, the quick recap on Doctor Strange's love life. I didn't think it was needed there, considering that this is a 2-hour movie. Also, there is a scene where the bad guys actually torture soldiers in front of one of the protagonists in order to find out more information about the multiverse, and like the protagonist just like gave in. Okay, like an analogy would be like, give me more information about the multiverse or I will torture all of your friends. And the protagonist would be like, okay, please don't do it. I'll give you whatever you need. Don't torture my friends. Like, come on. The fate of the multiverse is at risk and you couldn't die. Okay, or just at least make that sacrifice for the sake of multiple universes. That was pretty weak for me, okay? And lastly, towards the end of the movie, I was kind of overwhelmed with everything. Towards the climax, Doctor Strange does, some spell with consequences that I felt was a little bit rushed. Like, there was very little time or background story about the spell he casted. And even though the effects were awesome, it kind of felt anime-ish. It was rushed and out of nowhere for like a boss fight. It's like your typical hero character. Like, he's on an epic adventure and all of a sudden, towards the final boss, the hero receives some godlike sword for that epic battle. Take this sword, young warrior, and use it to slay the demon. No lore, no explanation, just out of nowhere. That was the analogy. It's just an analogy, but I hope you get it. It felt like towards the end, there were a lot of things that came out of nowhere that needed more explanation. But overall, wow, I have to say Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is an amazing movie. I didn't even get to finish my popcorn. I was so glued to the screen. It was so much fun. It was thrilling. It's not like any other Marvel movie I have ever seen. 8 out of 10. That was a great birthday party. It was really, really that good. This movie is also important towards the trend of television entertainment today. We now have TV series tying into movie franchises. Okay, for example, like what I said, a big part of the movie involves Wanda, and her story continues. Her arc continues in the movie right after WandaVision, the television series from Disney+. My wife was totally right. Marvel is now using Disney Plus as a platform for their TV series. With TV series, Marvel characters and their plot arcs now have time to grow before hitting the big screen. It's genius. I'm telling you, DC should have thought about this. This movie is an amalgamation of various TV series put together, all from Disney Plus, okay? The What If animated series, Agent Carter TV series, the Inhuman TV series. Marvel probably secured a century worth of content, and I don't think anyone can rival them right now. I mean, Marvel is running in circles on DC at the moment. And while DC tried to catch up, they tripped, they fell, they rolled in dirt, and then Marvel just circles around and just beat the crap out of them. You're never going to catch up with us, you losers. It's amazing. I'm happy, very excited in the direction of how Marvel is going right now, especially with Phase 4. Oh, man, I am so lucky to be living in an era of entertainment like this. Go watch the movie, guys. You won't regret it. And yeah, that's it. I hope you found this review useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps small channels like mine out. Wishing my brother the happiest of birthdays. And I'll see you in our past, present, and future videos. สวัสดีครับ